Hi everybody, welcome back to On Air, my Beatles collection. A while back I posted some Apple Records box sets, and most of those were unauthorized. One of them was Complete Apple's singles. You might remember that box. There was one that I showed you that looked like that, and there was one I showed you that looked like this. And they had basically the same content. This one's a little different. This one is legit. This was actually produced by Apple Records, and this is a 17 CD box set, and that's that. And it is the Apple Records box set. Look, it's made to look like a wooden or bamboo type box. It is not. It's cardboard. And those are the titles on here. So you pause that screen and you can take a quick look at that and read that. I'm going to open the box up and take all the CDs out. And as you'll see, these are legit replicas of the original vinyl albums. Here's the first one, Badfinger. And these open up. They're different from the original album in that there's bonus tracks. So you get the original album and you get a bunch of bonus tracks as well. I'll show you the disc on this. There's no inner sleeve. And as I've mentioned in other videos, I hate when they have that lower right-hand darkness in the Apple, that shadow. It's very difficult for my aging eyes to read the print on these type of CDs. I mean, you can see it, but you have to kind of hold it on an angle and really look at it. But that is Magic Christian music from Badfinger. The next one in the box is No Dice by Badfinger. And that opens up this way. It used to open up the other way, so this body connected to this head, but it doesn't on the CD. This has some great stuff on it. I always like this album. The only hit I would say on here is No Matter What. That's the only song that you would probably know as a top 10 song. We're For the Dark got a lot of radio play, and that's I wouldn't call it a hit, but it got a lot of radio play. And there's bonus tracks on here as well. And moving on, we got another Badfinger. This is Straight Up. And Straight Up has Baby Blue on it. And let's see, does it have any other? Day After Day. So you got two big hits on there, Day After Day and Baby Blue. There's the song listing on that. Here's what that looks like on the gatefold. Again, we got the Apple label with the dark lower right, which I hate. Did I mention that I hate that? Okay. Let's put that one away. Again, no inner sleeves on these. I like when they have the paper sleeves. And this is the last of the Badfinger albums. You can read that title to yourself. I'm trying to remember if this has any hits on it. It does not have any hits on it. I think this one sold pretty well. And it also has some bonus tracks down at the bottom there. But there were no top 40 hits on this one. I won't take the CD out because I know it looks the same. And then we get Mary Hopkin, who was a pretty big artist for a while on Apple. One of Paul's pet projects. This has Those Were the Days on it. And let's see what other hits it has. I'm not sure it has any other hits. Not really. No, none immediately come to mind. In the bonus tracks, there is the song Goodbye, which was her second biggest hit. You can look at the bonus track listing yourself there. And Sparrow was, I think it was a B-side, but it got a lot of airplay as well. And this has that label. This one's a little easier to read than some of the others. So that's a good one. Here is another Mary Hopkin. Ocean Song. You know, by this point, Mary wasn't having too many big hits. There's a water paper and clay on this, which I believe was a mild hit in the UK. It was not a hit here in the US. And this has 3 bonus tracks as well. And that's what that looks like on the inside. I don't think I showed you what the previous one looked like on the inside. Sorry about that. Some nice pictures of Mary. And then Jackie Lomax. Is this what you want? Jackie was a George Harrison protege, if you will, and he covers George's Sour Milk Sea. George tried to squeeze that onto the White Album as well. Did a demo for it. Didn't make it. And Jackie did have it on an Apple single, and I think it did fairly well. It's a good song. And this has a whole bunch of bonus tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bonus tracks, including How the Web Was Woven, which I believe got some airplay as well. That's what the back of that looks like with the titles and the bonus tracks. And that's Jackie's gatefold. And then there's the Modern Jazz Quartet, Under the Jasmine Tree / Space. And this has 9 tracks plus 1 bonus track, which is Yesterday. And that's what that one looks like. And then there's Billy Preston's That's the Way God Planned It. Billy was great. Let's see what this has that you might know. That's the Way God Planned It, of course, was well known, and he performed that at concert for Bangladesh. And it was a big hit at the concert and a big hit on the album. Here's the rest of the tracks on that. Of course, Billy was a musician way back when. Played with Nat King Cole when he was a little kid. He got the first Beatles label credit for performing on Get Back. The Beatles with Billy Preston. Even Eric Clapton didn't get that on While My Guitar Gently Weeps, although everybody knew he was playing the lead. And here's Billy again. This one has My Sweet Lord on it, which he also did at the concert for George after George passed away. Of course, George produced these albums along with Billy. I'm looking to see if there's All Things Must Pass is on here as well. I don't recognize any of the other songs by title, but Billy's music is pretty easy to listen to. Encouraging Words is the title of this album. And there's the inner sleeve for Billy. And I just remembered that I didn't do that for That's the Way God Planned It. So I'm doing rework here. Now we got a nice, interesting cover. This is Radha Krishna Temple. You know, George was into the Indian music. He did produce this album. There's the titles there. And lots of liner notes on the inside of that one. And then there is John Tavener. This is actually two in one. This is The Whale and Celtic Requiem. And here's the back of that one. And lots of liner notes. Here's one people often don't even realize was on Apple, because he didn't stay there too long, but James Taylor. This was his first album. This has Something in the Way She Moves, which, of course, that line George lifted for his song called Something, which has that as its first line. It's, of course, a different song, but I think George liked the word sequence there. This also has Carolina in My Mind, which was a definite hit for James. And a bunch of other good songs that were not in the top 40 hits, but there's the back of that. And of course, you open that from the back and it looks like that. And of course, on the album, it was a little more seamless when you opened it up like that than it is here. And this has handwritten lyrics inside the gatefold. A couple more. We got Doris Troy, great singer. Ain't That Cute was one of her hits here. George also produced this album. Ringo. Mal Evans actually took the picture for the front cover here. This has a bunch of songs you might know by other artists. You might know Games People Play. I've Got to Be Strong. Bunch of stuff on here. I'll show you the titles in a minute. And lots of bonus tracks. 6 bonus tracks. Doris Troy. Thank you all. Love Doris. And then there you go, some more shots that Mal took. Now the last two in here are, this first one is Come and Get It, the best of Apple records. And I'm going to show you the inside first. It shows you some different apples. And on the back, it has the titles. I'm going to read them to you. You got Those Were the Days, Mary Hopkin, big hit. Carolina in My Mind. Maybe Tomorrow, the Ivies, which is, of course became Badfinger. Thingamabob, which was the Black Dyke Mills Band. Their album is not, there's no Black Dyke Mills Band here on any of these albums. The King of Pho by Brute Force. That's the one that got pretty much banned by most radio, because the King of Pho, it was a play on words, and the people that lived in that kingdom worshiped the Pho king. You do the math on that one. Sour Milk Sea, Jackie Lomax. Goodbye, Mary Hopkin. That's the Way God Planned It, Billy Preston. New Day, Jackie Lomax. Golden Slumbers / Carry That Weight, Trash. Give Peace a Chance by the Hot Chocolate Band. Come and Get It, Badfinger. Ain't That Cute, Doris Troy. My Sweet Lord, Billy Preston. Try Some, Buy Some, Ronnie Spector. Ronnie didn't do an album for Apple, but she did do a good single there. Govinda, which was Radha Krishna Temple. We're On Our Way, Chris Hodge. Saturday Night Special by the Sundown Playboys. God Save Us, Bill Elliott and the Elastic Oz Band. Of course, the Elastic Oz Band included Mr. John Lennon. And the B-side of that record was Do the Oz. And John sang the lead on Do the Oz. Also under the title of the Elastic Oz Band. The B-side did not give credit to Bill Elliott. It just said Elastic Oz Band. The God Save Us, which was technically the A-side, was Bill Elliott and the Electric Oz Band. Then there's Sweet Music, Lon and Derek Van Eaton, and Day After Day by the Badfinger closes this out. So, nice little greatest hits package there. And then the last thing we have here is this double, and I think it's going to tell us on the back of the box about this. It just says Apple Records double CD. Okay, of course. So it just says Apple Records Extra Badfinger is one of them. And the other one, I believe, is Mary Hopkin. Yes, it is. Mary Hopkin. It does not, Mary Hopkin and Jackie Lomax on this one. The other one is just Badfinger. And then there's notes on the in the gatefold. So it's very difficult to read, but I'll show you one at a time. Maybe you can pause that, try to read it. It's kind of a replica of the tape box up there. And the outside kind of looks like the White Album a bit. And it even has like artificial yellowing around the corner like a lot of White Albums had over time. So that's it. You know, it's a very nice set. This is definitely gotten very expensive to find. I think the last one I saw for sale was maybe $300, something like that. So it's gotten up there in price. There's another box which I won't go through because there's not too much to talk about here, but there is this 10 Green Apples, and this is a one single CD plus a T-shirt, and the 10 Green Apples are Carolina in My Mind, the mono demo of that by James Taylor, and that's previously unreleased. Mary Hopkin, Field of Saint Etienne, that's previously unreleased. Jackie Lomax, Sour Milk Sea, that's the original mono mix. Badfinger, When They Were the Ivies, Think About the Good Times, that's previously unreleased. Doris Troy, You Give Me Joy, Joy. Billy Preston, Encouraging Words. Radha Krishna Temple, Govinda. Ronnie Spector, Try Some, Buy Some. Badfinger, I Can Love You, previously unreleased. And the Modern Jazz Quartet, Yesterday, previously unreleased. And then there's a T-shirt in here. I'm not going to take the T-shirt out. It's never been out of the box. I will take the CD out just to show you quickly. And I also happen to have this CD individually. So somehow it was available individually as well. So that's the front. And that's the back. And there's a little different label. 10 Green Apples. No titles on there. So anyway, that's some Apple boxes. The one with the T-shirt is not as rare and not as hard to find, the 10 Green Apples. The other one, the 17, this guy, that's getting pretty hard to find, and some of them are getting kind of beat up too. This one is in good shape. As long as I don't screw it up now trying to put the CDs back in it. It's pretty nice shape. So anyway, that's it for today on Apple Records official reissues, compilations, whatever word you want to use for them. These are not bootlegs. These are the real deal. Anyway, thanks for stopping by today. Please hit that like button if you like what you saw. If you have any comments, love to get your comments and find out what you're thinking. And if you want to see something else around the room here, maybe make a suggestion about that. And if you're not yet a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you back here soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.